Hi guys, John here and welcome to my channel. This channel is all about helping to support Bitsgap traders, especially newcomers or people who are thinking about getting into trading. This is not about making a quick buck, but about making steady profit over the long term. As a disclaimer, if you follow any of my ideas, you are not guaranteed to make any money and you could lose your investment. This video is purely for entertainment. Today is about setting up your first grid bot. Before I show you how I set my bots up, let me explain the idea behind the grid system. Some people study the markets and try and predict which coins will go up and then buy that coin and wait. I think this is a risky approach. Another idea is to buy small amounts, hope the price goes up, then sell and repeat. This is a bit better but still has risk. So the least risky in my opinion is the grid system. With this system you can make a profit in a sideways or even a small downward movement, and obviously if the price goes up. The idea is to set up price points so as the price moves up and down, the bot buys and sells small amounts. This way you don't have to try and predict which way the price will go. If the price goes down you buy, and if the price goes up you sell. This buying and selling is done automatically for you, so you don't have to be in front of your screen all the time. That's one of the great things about Bitsgap. So here we're on the Bitsgap platform and I'm in demo mode. I recommend trying new things in demo mode and see how things go. Then when you are ready to try with real money, start off with a small investment to gain experience. Now last time we looked at XRP and thought it might be worth a try, so let's start a new bot with XRP. So we click on Start New Bot, then click on Grid Bot. Right, so first we have to select the pair. So XRP. Right, the investment amount, obviously that's a personal issue depending on how much you'll be investing. But for this example, we'll just set it as $1,000. Now the higher your investment, the more grid levels you can have. And I'll get back to grid levels in a minute. But if we just change that, no, it's got to be a bit lower. There we go. Right, so what we've got is the high price and low price. Now these can be moved with the mouse, or you can type the figures in here. So what I tried to do is set the high price at just above the current price. So generally 5% above the current price. That gives us more of the grid below the current price. So we want as much of the grid below the current price as possible. That gives us plenty of space for the price to go down without dropping out of the bottom of the grid. Because you don't really want it to drop out of the bottom of the grid, because once it's out there it's no longer trading and it's no longer making you money. So you can obviously have a big spread down the bottom, but the problem is the larger the spread, the lower the value of each transaction, the lower the profits each time it trades. If you have a shorter grid, you'll trade with more profit, but it's also more likely to go out the bottom of the grid. So I normally set the below price at 40% below current price. So let's set that up now. So what I do, 5% above the current price, so we're at 0.5640. So we go 0.5640 plus 5% gives us 0.5922. So high price 0.5922. And you can see that's dropped down a bit now. And then the low price, we want 40% below the current. So that's 0.564 minus 40% gives us 0.3384. Okay, so there we go. Right, now the next step is to select the grid levels, because obviously the more grid levels you have, the more transactions you will have, but they will be at a lower value. The less grid levels you have, the less transactions you'll have, but each transaction will be a higher value. So the good thing about Bitsgap is they've got a backtesting system, so we can experiment and see what grid numbers gives us the best result. So we start off at 22, backtest that, and the 30-day result is 3.54. So make a quick note of that. So 22 grid lines gives us 3.54. And on the result, backtest result here, you can see where it's made the trades. The red dots is when it sells and the green dots is when it buys. So this is based over the last 30 days price movement. Right, so let's try a different amount. Change it to 20, backtest that. Well, that comes up 3.22. So 20 gives us 3.22. Let's try 18. Backtest that. 30-day result 3.46. So 18 gives us 3.46. Try 16, backtest, 3.96. So that looks a bit better. So 16 gives us 3.96. So as you can see, the grid levels gives you different figures. Obviously this is based on the last 30 days, doesn't mean that it's going to be the same for the next 30 days, but it can give you some guide. So based on the checks we've done there, I think 16 gives us the best result. So what we'll do is we'll leave it on the 16. And what I'll do is then go continue and start bot. So what it's done now, it's got everything set up, and you can now see the grid lines here. So we've got one red line above and then the green grid lines below. So we're just waiting for it to go down below that first green line. It will then purchase a trade, and then if it goes down again, it'll just buy another one, and then when it goes up, it will sell it at these lines at those points. So that's a quick look at how I set up a grid bot. I'll come back later and we'll see how XRP is doing next time. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll do my best to help. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and thanks for watching.